In the late 1980s, the music industry witnessed the rise of a duo that seemed unstoppable. Milli Vanilli, composed of Rob Pilatus and Fab Morvan, appeared to have everything: chart-topping hits, global fame, and a Grammy Award. Their debut album Girl You Know It's True went multi-platinum. They performed to sold-out arenas, dominated music television, and graced magazine covers worldwide. But behind the scenes, the truth was hidden. They were not singing the songs that made them famous. The voices belonged to session musicians. The duo's role was image only. What began as a manufactured illusion eventually turned into one of the most infamous scandals in music history. The mastermind behind the act was producer Frank Farian. He had used the same tactic before with another European group, Boney M. He believed that image mattered more than authenticity and handpicked Rob and Fab for their appearance, stage presence, and charisma. The real vocals were recorded by singers Charles Shaw, Brad Howell, and John Davis. Rob and Fab were told to lip-sync. When they protested, Farian reminded them they had signed contracts. The lie became the brand, and the brand became a global phenomenon. Milli Vanilli's rise was rapid. Singles like Blame It on the Rain, Girl I'm Gonna Miss You, and Baby Don't Forget My Number dominated the airwaves. The album sold millions, and in 1990, the Recording Academy awarded them the Grammy for Best New Artist. But as their popularity grew, so did the scrutiny. Lip-syncing allegations began to surface. A 1989 live performance on MTV exposed a technical mishap when the backing track skipped. The moment went viral before viral was even a concept. It raised serious questions about their legitimacy. Frank Farian, sensing the growing risk, chose to reveal the truth. In November 1990, he held a press conference confirming that Rob and Fab had never sung on the records. The impact was immediate. The Grammy was rescinded, the first and only time in the award's history. Lawsuits were filed. Fans demanded refunds. The media turned on them overnight. The same magazines that once celebrated them now branded them frauds. Rob and Fab attempted to reclaim their careers. They went public with their side of the story, blaming Farian and the pressure to succeed. In 1993, they released an album under their real names, this time using their own voices. The album failed commercially. Public trust had been permanently broken. Their names were no longer associated with talent, only scandal. The psychological toll was severe. Rob Pilatus struggled with substance abuse and legal troubles. After multiple attempts at rehabilitation, he died in 1998 from a drug overdose. He was 32. Fab Morvan eventually rebuilt a quieter life in Europe, occasionally performing and giving interviews. He remained the last living link to a controversy that reshaped the music industry's standards for transparency. The Milli Vanilli scandal triggered widespread discussions about authenticity in pop music. Labels, producers, and artists were forced to confront how much deception audiences would tolerate. It also exposed how industry power structures can manipulate individuals, especially young performers with little control over their own image and voice. This was not just a story of two men pretending to sing. It was a calculated operation involving multiple layers of approval, corporate interest, and mass marketing. Rob and Fab were the visible front, but the machine behind them was larger, and it operated without accountability until the truth became impossible to hide. The scandal destroyed their careers, reputations, and ultimately, one of their lives. What started as a producer's experiment in manufactured stardom ended as one of the most tragic collapses in pop history. The name Milli Vanilli became shorthand for deception in entertainment, a permanent warning about the cost of illusion. The lip-sync scandal didn't just end their careers. It erased their legitimacy, exposed the music industry's darkest practices, and left a cautionary legacy that remains unmatched to this day.